Hey, it's Coach Kyle at Carolina Pickleball Club in Kannapolis. Today we're going to be working on the two-hand backhand. We're going to be breaking it down. We're going to be talking about how it's a coordinated motion. My student's on his way, so we're going to get started here shortly. All right, so we're going to get on the baseline here. We're going to work on the two-hand backhand. So you hit a one-hander mostly, I assume. Okay, so we have to think about the one-hander. Forgive me, I'm not left-handed, but I'll do my best to demo. All right, the one-handed is very much an arm-centric motion. Okay. So our body's pretty still. The two-hander is very much a coordinated motion using our body. Okay. So it starts from the ground up, using that kinetic chain. So that's very different. It's gonna take a little bit of time and a little bit of practice getting that coordination. And one thing that you can do to help is righty forehands, because a forehand is more of a coordinated motion. We're using our body, we're using the ground. So I wouldn't throw a ball like this, right? I would throw it like this. So if we think about a sidearm throw, it's kind of like a sidearm throw. I'm gonna load down into my right hip, my right side, and everything's gonna be coming from this side. My left hand is gonna be there for guidance, but I wanna go from bent arm to straight arm. That's my upper body motions, but I want to uncoil my body. So if you want to think of it as like a footwork pattern as well, so we're going to go right load, left, swing, pivot. So that's the coordination chain. Now there's going to be times where you don't have time. Right. You're going to get over here and you're just going to have to make that motion and make it more of an upper body movement. But if you have time, what I like to see just to create that firing of the kinetic chain is right load, left, swing. Right, load, swing, left. So that way your whole body is working. And by the way, if we're back here, we're probably returning serve. So we want to move forward and transition through the shot. So that footwork helps us. Right, swing, step. So let's give it a try. We're just going to feed a few balls here. Feel out that coordinated chain.
Whatever's first.
Yeah, I mean, there's some variations on the grip. Obviously, your left hand is going to be low. Your non-dominant is going to be up high. I like to be fairly continental, which means kind of like the hammer grip on my left hand, and then pretty neutral with my right hand. I will like to be more Eastern, where my index knuckle is right here. If that's 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock down here, I'm going to be around 3 o'clock with this index knuckle. Some people like to put their finger up here. Not a big fan of that. I feel like it hinders my wrist movement, but either one is fine. Just whatever's comfortable for you. At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this paddle face going down the target runway as long as possible. So we don't want the tip outrunning the handle. We want to make sure this handle wins the race, stays in front. You keep that paddle face down that target line as long as possible, and don't start using your wrists to start sending the paddle tip faster than the handle. I want the entire paddle going about the same speed through contact, meaning the handle part and the tip part going about the same speed. All right, just gonna hand toss a few of these, see how it feels. Nice. So you're very left foot centric, which is not wrong. What I would rather you do is align your right foot, because you're lefty, so that makes sense. This side of your body has been trained to be very centric with your strokes, okay. But we're hitting on the right side of our body. So we want to align our right foot as far as our spatial distance to the ball. Our left foot can really be anywhere. So if we have time, we might go right, left. If we don't have time, we're just gonna swing off this right foot, because that's really the side that we're generating the power from. Does that make sense?
More forward than side. I was more sideways.
Sideways is great. Sideways is great. I think what you were doing was your right foot was landing in a random spot, and then you aligned your body with your left foot. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if my contact point, let's say it's here, it's suspended in air. What I want to do is I want to go up to that and I want to land my right foot. Okay. My left foot can really be anywhere, but here's what happens. If I land my right foot in a random spot and I'm like, I need to hit the ball here, and I put my left foot up here, I've basically de-weighted and kind of stranded the hitting side of my body. It's the right side, hitting side. It's got nothing going on here. I want to get my hitting side of my body up here beside, but I want good spatial distance this way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were aligning your body with your left foot. I'm just saying, try to align your body with your right foot. That way, that's the hitting side. You're going to be pivoting off your right. Good. It's going to be a little awkward. Going to be a little awkward. Yeah. And feel like it's more coordinated from the ground. Like right now, you're getting the right foot correct, but then there's nothing going on down here. So think about it as right, swing, left. Just a little coordinated motion. That's all right, that's all right. Right, swing, step. That's much more coordinated. Right, swing, step. Right, swing, step. That's all right, that's all right. It'll take a little time. Okay. So set the right foot first, right. Right, swing, left. Good. Right, swing, left. Nice, that's much more coordinated. It's kind of like a dance move, you know? Yeah, you're good at dancing. That's good, that's coordinated. Good. Yeah. Right. Yeah, by getting that right foot up to contact, you're really getting the entire hitting structure where it needs to be to make contact with the ball. Good. Perfect. You're doing great. So that's the basics of getting you started. Now from here, what we would do, I would move on to the other side of the net and I would start paddle feeding these balls. That way you're working on your receiving skills as well as your coordinated motion at the same time. Once we get comfortable with that, we're going to start putting targets down. Now we're going to start working on the down the line versus the cross court target, short versus deep. The main thing about changing your target line is more about your contact point. So if you're going to go down the line, your contact point is going to be a little bit more to your side. If you're going to go cross court, going to be a little bit more in front. But that was great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Every one of them.
Good 5-minute lesson.